This is a good theme. I like this theme. I was one of those kids, like Celine mentioned, who, you know, has always been kind of a nerd. Possibly my very first really clear memory is of reading a book to myself. I couldn't have been any older than 3 at the absolute most. I might have been younger than that. I was a very bookish child. I actually owe my introduction to Nerdfighter to Maureen Johnson. In 2009, I decided to do NaNoWriMo for the first time. If you haven't done NaNoWriMo yourself, you might not know. They send out what are called pep talks throughout the month of November. The pep talks are written by famous authors that they get to come in and do it. Neil Gaiman's done one. John has done one. Maureen did one. All kinds of people do it. I had never heard of Maureen Johnson. I had no idea who she was. But she had written this really funny and interesting pep talk. And there was a link to her blog down at the bottom of it. And I had no idea what kind of books she wrote. I didn't know anything about her, but I wanted to know more about her. And I was procrastinating on writing my Nano novel because that's what you do. So I clicked over to Maureen's blog just to see what it was like. I read the first few entries that were on the front page, and they were funny and interesting. So I clicked the previous button to read the earlier posts, and I read that page, and then I clicked the previous button again. I had actually worked my way all the way back through Maureen's entire blog backwards. And she kept mentioning her friend John Green and his brother Hank and these people called the Nerdfighters, and I had no idea what that meant at all. I didn't know anything about John. I certainly didn't know anything about Hank, and I really couldn't quite grasp this Nerdfighter thing, particularly because I was going backwards through the archive. I thought I would go to the Vlogbrothers channel, and, you know, I'd just watch, like, the first couple of videos or something, just enough to, like, figure out what it was. And then that would be the last time I ever went to their channel. I looked it up in my journal from November 2009, and the first day I mention the Vlogbrothers or Nerdfighter at all is the 27th of November, which I'm pretty sure is the first day that I ever watched a Vlogbrothers video. And by the time I mention them that night, I'm already obsessively watching hours at a time. By December 5th, I had completely caught up. I think there were 580 videos on the channel at that point, and I had watched them all. The really awesome thing about that is that meant I was just in time to participate in the Project for Awesome that year, which was really, really cool and made me feel like I was a part of Nerdfighter. I'm having some technical difficulties, as you might have seen, so I'm going to try and wrap it up quickly and hope that it works. Nerdfighter has given me a name for the concept of imagining people complexly, and a sense that a lot of other people care about it and think it's important as well. I find the concept of decreasing world suck and increasing awesome a very useful way to look at it, and the fact that there's a global community of thousands and thousands and thousands of us who all care and are all trying to make the world better individually and as a group is immensely powerful, and it means a lot to me. And Nerdfighter in general means a lot to me and makes my life better. Nerdfighters make my life better. Also, Ron and Silling, awesome knots are awesome.